Hello everyone. We're making a sweater this week. I always say, I'm always like, make a sweater for myself, and then I don't actually keep it for myself, and I end up giving it away. Even when I say I'm going to keep it for myself, it always ends up given away. So let's actually make a sweater for myself. I dyed some yarn. Didn't really film that, to be honest, because sometimes I just forget that I'm going to do things. But I did this like a few weeks ago. It has this like red in it, and then it's over dyed with black. So there's like these little red bits. These little hints of cranberry, one would say, because I had it red and it looked like ground beef. So I overdyed it with black and I'm a lot more satisfied. It's just like more of a dimensional black, I guess. So I'm going to show you how I crochet sweaters. I just double crochet. I'm using a size K hook, which I believe is a 6.5 millimeters. Maybe 6 millimeters or 6.5. This seems like 6.5. And I just start with a foundation double crochet, and I just make it the width of sweater size I want. An essential thing for making a sweater is already having a sweater that fits you really well. So my friend actually sewed an A on it because my name is Alex, like years and years ago. We were in like high school or something. This was a gift from Maya. Thank you, Maya. I wear it all the time because it's a nice sweater and I really love the fit of it. It's like just like an excellent fit that I love. I just lay it on the ground while I'm doing it and then I kind of copy it. I like to do the back so I can plan what I want on the front. So I usually go back, front, attach everything, and then work on the sleeves and then do the ribbing. So that's kind of how I work. I will walk you through everything as I finish it. I'm just doing everything on the floor here right now. Also, personal news, I got a new phone. Ooh, isn't she nice? This is the iPhone 15 Pro, and the camera is like, the zoom is insane. There's like 15 times zoom with the photos, which is so cool. I don't know when I'll ever use that, but you hear my cat a lot. Just ignore him, I guess. Love it. Added stickers to the back because I could not find a case that was cute, so I figured I might as well cover it in stickers and then cover it in tape. Anyways, sweater time. Ooh. So as you can see, I have my foundation double crochet row. That's just the width of my sweater. And then I essentially just want to crochet like a big square. This is what I had in mind. So I just want to crochet a big square and then I'll work up from that. Mine is 46 stitches wide. That doesn't really matter. Like, stitch count doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I'm really just making it to the size of a sweater that already fits. It's a bit hard to see, but hang in there, guys, we got this. So as you can see, I've crocheted this like giant rectangle, and obviously I put it over my sweater. I'm not like counting the ribbing because the ribbing we will add later. At this point, as you can see, ignore all of the cat hair and rabbit hair and whatever. This is my safe space. I just slip stitch like, I don't know, 3 or 4 stitches in, and then I'm going to start crocheting back and forth to go basically. Like, does that make sense? I mean, it will when I come back with like video evidence of me doing it. But I like starting from the back because I finish the back and then I can just copy it for the front and then maybe put a design if I'm feeling special or something. So as you can see, I've pretty much done it all. So I've started at the bottom, went in at the elbows, and I'll do kind of a close-up. I stopped like exactly where the armpit started, and then as you can see, you're like, oh, the seam goes like this. Well, I don't have that luxury, so I started it here because that's going to line up right here. This is going to be the back, so keep that in mind. And you might be thinking like, oh, the back ends like up here, but I want a like thicker ribbing, so I'm going to end it here. Then I'm going to crochet back and forth along here, so I have these like little arm straps. And then once I do that, I will start on the front. Ignore my rabbit's enrichment toys, which they're not using because they're like passed out right now. It's not like they have to work or anything. So that's what the little corner tabs look like. I will show you a drawing. I know it's kind of hard to see because that's green and this is like black with red speckles, I guess. As you can see, the width is 46 stitches. Well, mine is. Then I did 17 rows, and then I skipped 6 stitches on both sides and then crocheted for another 10 rows. And then I did 2 rows of 8 stitches in each corner. And that's how I ended up with the back, and I wrote it all down because I'm going to go on to Stitch Fiddle. If you don't know what Stitch Fiddle is, I have a graph online, and it's free. And from there, I'm just going to draw whatever I want. But first, I'm going to make the shape of my sweater. I'm back here with my iPad. So here's my little vest. Of course you can see that wonderful ring light reflection. Oh my gosh, no, that's my sweater. I'm doing a sweater, but like it kind of looks like a vest. Anyways, so this is the back, and to do the front, I'm just gonna switch over to my white so I can remove some pieces. But I thought I would, this is annoying me, I gotta move that. Because I'm working with double crochets, technically like 2 squares is 1 double crochet, 2 squares is a double crochet because like they're all long and rectangular. So that's how I kind of use the graph to my advantage. That's how I prevent things from being like distorted. Because this is the back, I want the front to, oh, I almost dropped that, to go down more. So I'm just gonna erase, I think, a few rows. Yeah, normally 2 is enough for the front, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'll remove 1 more, I don't know. It depends how big you want the neck hole. So it has been a few days. It took me a while to decide what I want to put on the front. At first I wanted to do text. I thought, okay, what is one thing I can put on the front that also looks well against black, has a bit of red accents because there's a bit of red in that wool. And then I thought, okay, dirty martini. So I'll attach like the alpha I'm using. I'm just going to paste it right now right there. So if you'd like to screenshot it and use it, you're more than welcome to. Keep in mind the double crochet rows, 2 block rows is actually 1 double crochet row because, you know, it's weird like that. Isn't she gorgeous? I have her open in Procreate so I can like write and mark down what I'm doing. I don't think I can mention like crochet martinis without talking about Devout Hand, who does this. Look how adorable it is. These little dirty martini scarves and these little olive scarves, that's adorable. I always like to browse Pinterest before I like make something and like look up what I'm making just to see if anyone else has done it. And I noticed Devout Hand has done it, and I was like, all right, well, gotta mention because these are just so cute. How could you not love that? Should I make an olive scarf? Maybe. One thing at a time. Holy crap. The reason why I didn't work on this for a few days is because I was working on the skirt. Look at all those. All these vegetables. Here's the back. Anyways, yeah. I made like a shorter video about this. Didn't make a long video. I should. Because look how fun they are, and it was like really easy and fast to do. And then I also dyed the skirt too because it was like a funky blue color that I didn't like, which I also thrifted. Anyways, so I'm gonna get started on that. I just like laying my sweater out and just working on that. I've started it, got about this much done, but essentially the nice thing about the alpha is that I can just copy it, and that's really simple. And then after I do the front, I do the arms, which are really simple, and then I do the ribbing. So I'm pretty much done the sweater. I'm not, but in my head, like maybe. I'm currently watching What We Do in the Shadows. I saw it before for the first time, like last year. My boyfriend showed it to me and I'd never heard of it. And I became like instantly obsessed because I think it's like the funniest show ever. So I'm rewatching it again because I just watched Handmaid's Tale and that was like way too heavy. So I needed something a little more fun and digestible. Anyways, I'll be back. Following alphas are really easy. So if you've never done it before, I would suggest it. I like to do double crochet alphas because like I find it goes by way faster, you know? I'm a big fan of the double crochet stitch, one would say. Yeah. I have finished the front. Look how cute that is. That is so fabulous. And I think it's gonna fit excellent as well. Oh, my mic's kind of pulling my turtleneck down. That's all right. So I have the front, I have the back, and then I'm just gonna put them together and sew up the sides. There we go, now they're together. Now I'm just gonna sew the top part here, the sides together, and then I'll end up with like a vest. I guess you could stop there and I could make a vest if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Where did my needle go? Oh, it's here. Oh, well, you can see my bed. Everything's here. The gang's all back together. And it's covered in frickin' cat hair because my cat has been very needy lately. Anyways, it's now the fun part of sewing everything together because that means I get to work on the arms. Woo, yay. I actually don't mind the arms too much because that means I'm almost finished. The ribbing I think like might be my favorite part. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's so satisfying. It's like kind of a pain in the butt. Well, whatever. Pretty much a vest at this point. I mean, you could add the ribbing and it would be a functional vest. Fits pretty good so far. I'm quite satisfied with the fit. Well, I mean, I should be, because all I did was essentially copy. Looks a little boxy and weird right now, but I think once I add the ribbing, it'll get that nice, like, you know, sweater shape. The armholes be a bit big. Actually, no, they're not bad. Once I start the sleeves, it'll be fine. Armhole, looking pretty big, but it's kind of stretched out right now. That's okay. I'm just going to insert my hook into whatever corner is here. And then I just crochet around the armholes. Like, woo, woo, woo. But I find that easier than, like, crocheting the arms separately than sewing them on. Makes me feel like I have more of the sweater done, you know what I mean? And then I just double crochet around the whole armhole. And then I switch directions next time, just to keep it consistent with the rest of the sweater. You don't have to do that. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it, and I just continue, I guess. Once I get to, like, the double crochets along, like, here, I just put one in the center of the double crochet. I put one in the joint of the double crochet, like, between each one. So I guess it's 2 stitches per double crochet when you're doing it along, like, when you're doing it sideways, I guess is what I mean. I'm not helpful with instructions sometimes. Sometimes I'm just saying stuff and I hope it makes sense. Hope it lands, you know. I have come all the way around, and it's a big sleeve hole. Oops, I may have messed up there. Anyways, I'll just taper the sleeves to make up for that. So, like, as you can see, I've made a full round, and I'm just going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 I made initially. Instead of going around the same way I did, I'm going to flip it around and do it, I guess, like, backwards? I don't know. Hello, I am back. And it's only really been a few days, but I redid the sleeve like 3 times because it just wasn't the shape I wanted it to be. And then I just added a bunch of decreases before I, like, at the start, and then just kept going. The issue is, I don't know how I'm gonna do that again for the second sleeve. I just kind of make up things as I go. And that seems to be a bit of an issue because if I ever want to replicate it again, and my microphone, I might just put it in my hair because that seems to be an okay solution. I'm gonna wash this back and it's gonna be all and it's covered in cat hair because I've been bringing this everywhere with me, and my friend has a big fat white cat and it now is covered in white cat hair, which doesn't happen here because my cat is brown. So there's my sleeve. As you can see, I just added a bunch of decreases at the start, and then I did 1 decrease per row, ended up here. I was going to chop it off and start the other sleeve, but I decided I should just do the cuff now. So I'm going to do that. That's how we're going so far. Not much is going on in my life. I applied for my master's. Ooh, wow. I got my bachelor's in fine arts at an art school, specifically in textiles and fashion. Can't you tell? And I got a minor in art history because I love history and I love to learn. That being said, I want to do more design-related things. I want to work more in the industry. I do enjoy having an internet job. I don't know if it's great long-term because I'm like in an echo chamber speaking to a camera, which is fun, but I don't know if that's a forever type of job. Is being Instagram influencer sustainable? Probably not. So I want to go back to school, and so I applied to some schools. I live in Canada, and I applied to some American schools. And I am shocked, terrified. You Americans are paying like an insane amount for school. 1 year of your school is way more than what 4 years of my school is in Canada, and that's insane. That being said, I received a full ride for my bachelor's, so fingers crossed I'm gonna get a scholarship because don't know if I want debt right now. A little sneak peek. Neckline looks ferocious right now, and that's because I need to add that thick ribbing, and I'm leaving this, like, the end shorter so I can add that ribbing. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy and satisfied with it. Length. Arm cuff. I didn't think I was gonna have enough for the cuff, and let me show you how much I ended with. This was a dangerous game of yarn chicken, and I won. I have nothing else. I just got really lucky, I think. Don't mind me in my pajama pants, because it's the morning time. Yeah, so I think I need to wash this bad boy. I'm really happy with the shape, you know, no complaints. I don't know if I actually like it, to be honest. I think I've just, like, finished it, and I'm just like, great, it's finished. Like, I don't know, it's just like a black sweater with red splotches that has marguerite in the center. I think it's because I'm wearing it with my pajama pants. Maybe I don't like it because I'm wearing it with my PJs. So maybe after I wash it, I will put a cute outfit on. So maybe I'll like it better then. This is what it's like pulled all the way down. Like, that's fine, that exists. But this is kind of how it sits naturally. I don't know, we'll have to see how it sits after I wash it. I'm in my kitchen, or my parents' kitchen, because I live at home. Woo! I got my sweater, and I've got a tub. I'm doing it in a tub this time. Usually I do it in a sink downstairs, but for the sake of showing everyone, why not? We'll do it up here. I put way too much soap in, so that's an issue. Don't do what I did. Oh, God, it's everywhere. So I'm just gonna wash it, rinse it out, and keep washing it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Sometimes I like to chuck it in the actual washer when I'm lazy. To be honest, I've done that a lot. I'll chuck this in the washer, screw it. It's a Monday if you can't tell. Kitchen floor, as you can tell. I'm gonna lay this towel out. Honestly, I did not do a great job wringing this out. Oh, you can hear it hit the floor. I can't wait till she shrinks back to her normal size. Poor thing. Alright, it's nice outside, so I think I'm gonna hang it up outside. And hopefully it dries back to its normal size because she's quite stretched out right now. Sweater is all finished. Ooh, it's actually quite warm. I'm quite warm up here. I had to close the window so you could hear me. But, oh, there's some loose ends still. Gotta weave those in. It's cute. Maybe I should make a margarita sweater next. I don't know. That's what it looks like. Looks good. Those olives look delicious. I don't know. It's readable. It's not anything extravagant. I guess, like, not as crazy as the other things I've created. It's just a little sweater. It's just a little sweater moment. Fits well, it's warm, can't complain. Like the color, dried great. I threw it in the dryer for like 20 minutes. I know that's bad, but like I could not. It rained outside and it rained on my sweater. And so like I was too impatient and I threw it in the dryer. Don't do what I did. You're not supposed to do that, allegedly. But I do it every once in a while. Honestly, just to see how it holds up. Held up fine. Totally fine. She fits perfectly fine. Honestly, I think that's it. I'm gonna go to a cafe and edit this video and maybe take some pictures in this sweater. Whoa, it is hot in this attic. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, week, night, whenever it is during the day for you guys. Right now it's about 1:30. I'm gonna go get myself a little latte and edit a bunch of content. I love you so much. Goodbye.